Hi, I'm Dan and we're in North Essex at Labcraft to meet the team and see how they design and manufacture LED lighting solutions that are available in TRP stores across the UK. So I'm here now with Jamie Pettit from Labcraft. He's a technical director here and he's going to talk us through the facilities and some of the products they make here. So Jamie, where are we now?
Whether the project's been conceived internally or been generated as an inquiry from one of our OEMs, this is where it all starts. We have our CAD facilities over here, we have our 3D printing. Once we've created a brief, we'll generally create CAD drawings to share with the customer, make sure we're on the right track. With 3D printing, we can effectively create any shape we like, which has its benefits for items like this that we use as internal fixtures for doing internal tests.
So you would 3D print for prototypes or would you 3D print most of them?
For both, 3D print for prototypes. Sometimes they allow us to make working prototypes, but because if the part in real life would be metal for the heat sinking to look after the LEDs, so we can't do that in metal. So if we 3D print prototypes, it's often for aesthetic.
Right, just to see how it comes, how it looks.
Cosmetic.
I see. Nice. And what's this made out of?
That's made out of nylon.
Nylon. Nice.
So once we've approved 3D printed parts, if that's the route we go down, we then move on to tooling. So this is a polycarbonate off-tool part. So there's a clear polycarbonate and grey polycarbonate there that's been fused together using a special bonding technique that ensures that it's going to be weatherproof. And that's how we get our repeated parts in high volume.
So this is essentially like the lens for the light, the cover
Correct.
over the LEDs.
Correct.
And that's obviously where you switch.
That's the switch aperture.
Cool. So now you show me these parts. Have we got any finished products we can see?
Sure, follow me.
Nice one.
So over here, Dan, is one of our exhibition boards. It demonstrates a lot of quite a range of our products. Up the top, we've got some of our scene lighting. Again, here's some scene lighting, but tends to find itself in other applications that these ones wouldn't. The products we have down here are originally designed for interior refrigerated and frozen vehicle applications, along with these products here. We can see PIR sensor technology being used in these items here and combined with some of our lamps as shown here. This saves the installation aggravation of separate switching systems and timer switches.
So like PIR, is that like your motion sensing? Or?
Correct, yes. So that's going to see you when you get within the field of view of the product, and then switch off automatically after a certain period of time or a set period of time. This product here is our flux flat panel, again designed with ambulances in mind, but finds itself in many applications outside of just that. It incorporates trauma lighting for that purpose too, for the ambulances. We've got horse box manufacturers and completely different customer base that are also taking this product because we can offer it with red lighting and green lighting, which people like to transfer or transport horses, dogs and other animals under. And finally, it's an example of some of our linear products here. This just shows how we can really be quite versatile with our linear products. We can go down as short as 125 millimeters. Here we see 250, 500 and 1 meter long products. We can actually go up to 2.5 meters. Some of these options allow switched options, some allow weatherproofing options, like we can see here and here. Again, for these products found in a wide range of vehicle types, all the way from vans or car drive vans right up to full 14 metre articulated trailers and everywhere in between.
So this is really interesting. Can we see how it's made?
Yeah, let's go this way. So this is our first production zone, Zone 1, as we call it, where we make some of the 450,000 lights that we ship out of here every year. This cell tends to be designated towards making our Banksman manoeuvring lamps and our weatherproof interior refrigerated vehicle lighting. Over here we can see our Powerlux being made. So here, Dan, is our Powerlux product, a well-established Labcraft product. It's still one of our biggest sellers even today. Even though this has been around for many years, what we're seeing here is the first batch that's ever been made of a sort of bespoke variant, if you like, for one of our customers, where we're incorporating it onto a bracket for them to take the headache, if you like, away from that mounting process for them, and allowing them to mount it high up in their trailer kicks the light out. The customer's previous solution was supplied on a bracket and actually made the installation process quite quick for them. But we felt we could improve on that further still. So hence why we're mounting our product as a first stage of the mounting process to this bracket for them.
Is that something the customer requested, or?
It's something we looked at that we foresaw the customer having to do.
Right.
And we suggested as part of our sort of value add, like, can we do that for you? Because if we do it in-house, we think we can do it more efficiently. We haven't got to supply you the packaging that you'd just be throwing away in the bin. You know, we can give you 99% of your solution can come direct from us.
Keeping it green.
Keeping it
I
green.
like it. So how does Richard actually know what he's doing? Does he have to get training, or is there some sort of manual he can just go through?
Of course, when everyone starts, they go through a training regime, and we start off with a very simple product. We have level 1, 2, 3, and 4. This will be a level 4. Well, this finished product will be a level 4
Right.
project. The beauty of having these dedicated production zones split up into cells means we get every cell out for a particular range of product and optimise it for that range of products. So although the benches are very similar, what we do have and what form a key part of our quality management system are these build instructions and folders. So every operator will have a folder. Shirley's folder is here, and it will have the build instructions and test specifications for every product that Shirley will typically build. If she was to build something else, she will get that instruction. But what we see here, this will be the instructions for the product that Shirley is working on now. In theory, you should be able to come off the street down and sit down and pick up the pieces and build them to the same level as Shirley. Once she's got to the end of the build, Shirley will follow the test spec, which is predominantly an electrical test spec at this point, and make sure that all the LEDs are functioning, they're the right colour, they're taking the right current at the right voltage. So once the electrical test has taken place on all these products here, the next stage and the final test for any weatherproof product like this is to go through into a vacuum chamber over here, where they get submersed and subjected to a vacuum. So over here, Dan, is where that test is taking place. The lights in here are subject to vacuum right now, but they're due to come out. So if you want to finish that test, if you turn this valve.
Just turn this one here,
Yep.
yeah?
Yeah. Okay, that's just released the vacuum, and now you can lift the lid off. I'm going to put that down over there, then you can take the lights out.
So these shouldn't leak when...
They shouldn't, no. They go in there, and they'll be dried off, and now they go for visual inspection.
Is that literally just a visual inspection of them, or do you have to actually take the bolts back off or anything?
No. So it's not internal inspection, because water will get to a certain point inside up to the gaskets.
Right.
And if we release the light at that point, it can get capillary action, can then draw it in
Right,
a small
I
amount,
see.
and then you would be forever questioning, did that get in there before or after?
Or after,
So actually,
yeah,
it's a visual inspection. We look inside the optics. It's quite clear when one's leaked.
So after they come out the water, do they get retested as well?
Yeah, so after this they go for a visual inspection and a dry off, and then they go for a full electrical spec test before going in the box.
Literally make sure they're still
again.
working.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So follow me, Dan, through here. We've just left production zone 1. This is production zone 2. As you can see, a similar setup to the previous zone, but in here we're typically making our linear LED product, so longer, thinner LED strip type product. One of the common processes we use for weatherproofing those is to use a UV curing adhesive, and we can see that taking place in this room here. So in here, Dan, is our UV curing room. We have some LED curing equipment going down around here, 4 stations that are a set intensity, and they're designed at a specific wavelength to cure this acrylic resin within 20 seconds. What that means is we haven't got to wait for a product to cure overnight before packaging it and handling it. You know, once this end cap is bonded in place, it's sealed, it's bonded, it's not coming out.
So how many can be cured like an hour?
Well, the cure time is 20 seconds, but because of the application time and we can get through about 60, 70 of these lamps per hour.
So it's quite fast paced then.
Yeah.
So what applications are these actually used in?
These linear strips are found anywhere really, from a car-derived van, something big of that size, right up to an articulated trailer, everywhere in between. Commercial vehicles, emergency vehicles, they're a very sort of versatile product that we also put into additional aluminium extrusions to make them more robust for certain applications, or mount them at certain angles for scene lighting.
Right, so highly customisable then?
Yes, yeah. Come through here, Dan. So this is our third production zone, again set up for a specific range of our products, the Megalux range typically, which is this white circular product you can see all around us. Some UV curing going on over here again, like we saw next door.
Yeah.
We have some PIR variants being built here. And we move on into production zone 4. This is where all of our scene lights are built. Our SI9 here, which is our newest product. Our SI7, sort of the bigger brother of the one we've just seen back there. You can see many of them around. And some SI6s being built in the back corner. A lot of these products utilise our potting system for the point of weatherproofing them. As we can see some examples here, we've got a lot of product on the drying rack at the moment. We can see 3 different products. Our SI7, so here it's fully encapsulated on the back. This covers our driver board and ensures that can withstand being encased in water and submerged. Here we can see some internal curing taking place. This seals the cable entry point into this product. Oh, wow. So the rest of the product hasn't been built yet. The driver board and LEDs will go in there once that's set. And here we've got a PIR awning light. Again, you can see here encapsulating the PIR circuit, keeping that side of it weatherproof.
So how long does that take to dry?
So on paper it should only take it should be handled after about 3 or 4 hours.
Oh, okay.
But it would still move. You couldn't do whatever you wanted to with the product. What we established straight away is that we would be able to pot last thing in the evening, and we could come in the following morning and handle something, put it in a box, and it's ready to ship.
So you sort of give it a little bit longer.
We give it a bit longer.
100% certain.
That's why it works out well. If we have to ship out in the same day, we can potentially do that if we get it done first thing in the morning. Here we are down in our finished goods warehouse, where by the end of this year we expect to be shipping around about 500,000 products a year from. Just here we have our SR7 scene light, which we saw being manufactured in our last production zone next door. Here we have the white one. We saw the black one being manufactured. We also have it in blue and yellow, and red actually, as we do bespoke colours for depending on customers' requirements. And really from here it's on a pallet and being dispatched out the door.
Do these get dispatched locally or?
Over 35 countries all over the world.
Nice, nice. Well, thank you, Jamie, for giving us a tour of the
Pleasure.
facilities, and I'll be looking forward to seeing these products in our TRP stores.
Likewise. So thanks, Dan.
Thank you. So I'm here with Leon from Labcraft, where he's going to tell us the relationship between Labcraft and TRP. So Leon, can you tell me what it means to Labcraft to be part of the TRP range?
Being part of TRP is great for Labcraft because TRP are one of the leading all-makes programs. This gives us access to potentially 120 additional locations and makes our products available for same-day delivery.
So you mentioned same-day delivery. Can you tell us any other benefits for being part of the TRP range that brings to the end users?
Well, Labcraft are specified on a lot of new build vehicles and trailers, and having our range available through TRP gives end users and consumers a greater access to our products.
So can you tell us a little bit more about what it means to your partners like TRP that all of your products are made here in the UK?
At Labcraft, we pride ourselves on UK design and manufacture. This allows us to offer high quality, innovative lighting products to TRP, which also enables us to offer a 10-year warranty. In addition, UK manufacturing allows us to minimise our carbon footprint, which as an environmentally conscious business is really important to us.
So, thank you Leon for your
Pleasure.
time, and I'll be looking forward to seeing more Labcraft products in our TRP stores.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So there you have it, a tour of Labcraft and an insight into their new relationship with TRP. To find out more, visit your local TRP store.